Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Teacher Rayven and you're here at Teacher Rayven Vlogs. In this video, we will talk about the first one of the perfects. I hope you already watched the videos on the simples. Still under the tense aspect system, we have the simple present, the simple past, and the simple future. Now we will have the perfect, and the first one will be your present perfect. So if you haven't watched the series on the tense aspect system, I'll be linking it here. So just click the I button so that you'll be directed to those videos of the verb series here in Language Talks. So I hope that you will learn something from this video. Welcome everyone. This is Language Talks. So in this video of Language Talks, just like what I said in the introduction, we will talk about the tense aspect system's perfects. And the first one will be the present perfect. So we go back to this table that I already showed you in the tense aspect system introduction video. So we will focus now on the present perfect. Okay? So what is the present perfect? Again, we will use the timeline that we also use in the simples. So the timeline will show you where the present perfect is. Okay, so as you can notice here, this smiley, okay, and then there's an arrow leading to the now or to the present. Now, where is the present perfect? The present perfect can actually be seen here. It's not in the past, it's not directly in the past, it's not also directly in the now or the present, but it's actually somewhere here in between your past and present. Okay, so it actually has an action that leads to a situation in the now or in the present. So let's have action that has been completed sometime before now. Okay, that's why here, if we will refer to this graphic representation, the present perfect is this smiley. Okay, and then the now or the simple present is your other smiley, which is not actually smiling. It's a poker face smiley. And has an effect on the situation now. Okay, so let's have an example sentence. So using again this graphical representation, we have he has smiled. So in this picture, you have the present perfect has smiled in this area, wherein when it was reported in the now or in the present, it's actually done somewhere here. And the effect is the person that is being described might not be smiling anymore in the present. Okay, so this means that he knows how to smile, or he is not in the mood, or he is tired and does not want to smile anymore. Okay, so some result of his smile in the past is in effect now. So the effect of that transition from that action or from that situation can now be seen at present. Okay, so when you report it, it's not anymore in the present, but it's actually done in the past. Okay, or somewhere here before the now. Okay, so he has smiled. Let's go back again to that sentence. So when you are actually talking about this, the meaning of that is, for example, you can ask the person, hey, do you want to smile now? For example, you're referring to the time now, asking that question to the person. And the person can answer you, no thanks, I already have smiled. Okay, so that might be the response of that person. So again, notice you might be confused. I changed has to have here because the subject that we use is I. As we all know, I, even though it's singular, is actually a special subject because the verb after that, okay, or usually the helping verbs, would have to go back to its base form. For example, in has or have, you have to use have. For am, is, or are, you have to use am and not is. Okay, so again, for I, you use have, but for other normal or regular subjects like he, like a name, a single name, you should use has. Okay? So again, the formula for the present perfect is has or have. Has for singular, okay, except for I, and have for plural, okay, including I. So we have a past participle form of the verb, and in this case we have smiled. As we all know, we have the past participle form of regular verbs. We have to add d or ed. So just view that video on the 4 principal parts of the verb. It's here. Just click the I button, so that will be directed to that if you haven't watched that video. Okay? So just like your simples, your perfects also have their core meanings, or what are your use or function, especially when we are encountering them in several sentences or conversations. So the first core meaning is a situation that began at a prior point in time and continues into the present. Okay, so let's use this example to illustrate that core meaning. So this one we have, I have been a teacher since 2014. So as you can notice, a situation that began at a prior point. So what is that situation? The being a teacher of the subject. Okay, and that prior point in time is since 2014. Okay, and continues into the present. So for example, in this sentence, I have been a teacher since 2014, meaning, for example, we are in 2020 now, and I'm still teaching. So that is the one that will tell you that that sentence or that situation has begun, okay, in 2014, and it's still happening, or it's still occurring until the present time as you report that sentence. Okay? The next one is an action occurring or not occurring at an unspecified prior time that has current reference. So what is that? Okay, let's dig each part of that core meaning. So we have, I have already seen that movie. So an action occurring or not occurring. So you could actually say, I have not seen that movie, or you can say, I have seen, or I have already seen that movie at an unspecified prior time. So meaning, this one means it happened at a prior time and the reference is now. Okay, so for example, you're asking, or you are present or talking to that person. You said, did you watch this movie, or have you watched this movie? And he could respond to you, I have already seen that movie. So meaning, prior to that report in the present, to that current reference, that present reference, that person already seen that movie. Okay? The next core meaning is a very recently completed action. So usually you have the clue word just. So we have Monty has just finished his homework. So we have a very recently completed action. So for example, you observed Monty, and then he's actually closing all his notebooks, keeping all his pencils or ball pens, and then you could conclude that he just finished his homework. Of course, it's different from he finished his homework. For example, you're not seeing him anymore for a long period of time, that he actually kept all his notebooks, all his books, or all his pencils, and you just saw this person relaxing. So it's anymore not related, okay, to what is happening now. Okay, Okay, so always remember that's the difference between the perfects and the simples. The simples, it's not anymore related to anything in the present. Okay, but for perfects, it still has an effect, okay, at the present time. So in this case, this Monty has just finished his homework has an effect in the now or in the current moment. Okay? The next one is an action that occurred over a prior time period and that is completed at the moment of speaking. So again, remember we already had also some examples of at the current moment or at the moment of speaking in your simples. Here we also have that. So the value of that painting has doubled in the last 3 years. So for example, you have this sentence, an action that occurred over a prior time period. So we can say here, in the last 3 years, and that is completed at the moment of speaking. So for example, I'm the one reporting this situation. The value of that painting has doubled in the last 3 years. So at the moment of my speaking to you, my describing of that situation of the value of the painting, that value of the painting has doubled, okay, has been completed. And at the moment of speaking in the last 3 years, meaning 3 years ago, including this year. So the 3 years, you still include the now in that 3 years, okay? And the last core meaning for your present perfect is with verbs in subordinate clauses of time or condition. So we have, if you have done your homework, you can watch TV. So I'm sorry for the typographical error. This one is your. So let's go back. So with verbs in subordinate clauses of time. So this is the subordinate clause. If you have done your homework, you can watch TV. So in this example, the structure of the if clause, okay, should be in the present perfect. Okay? And then the next clause, the main clause, you can watch TV. So remember, the present perfect, okay, this is the condition. Should be done first. And then you could actually have the simple present, can watch television or TV. Okay? So that is your present perfect. I hope that you like this video. If you like this video, don't forget to click that like button and of course the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to this channel and the notification bell for you to be updated on the future videos. Also, I would also like to thank those who give me support and praises in the previous videos of this channel and also this channel. For those who also support continuously through Facebook, who message me some of their comments, their questions, their suggestions, thank you very much for your support to my channel, and I hope that you learn a lot from the previous videos and the coming videos in the future. So please continue supporting the Teacher Rayven Vlogs channel in YouTube, and also please don't forget to follow the social media accounts of Teacher Rayven in Facebook and also in Instagram and Twitter. I hope you have a great day. Thank you everyone. Class dismissed.